When we were behind the blocks, it's weird. You know something special is about to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We knew it was go time. There was no words besides let's go.
The suit doesn't get up at 5:30 in the morning like I do. It really hasn't sunken in yet. It's one of the biggest things I've ever been a part of, and I'm so happy that I could have shared it with you guys.
That is what swimming is. No one swims like this anymore.
I try to help people think of swimming a little differently.
The reason why this is important is because
You're trying to do everything that I'm saying correctly, you will be fatigued.
What's going on, swimming fans? I'm here with Olympian and world record holder Cullen Jones.
How you doing?
He's going to be showing us his tips and tricks on how to swim fast. Excited?
I'm excited. I got everybody in the pool. We're warming up. They're trying to impress. We'll see what we can do. A lot of the things that I'm going to teach you today, we were not taught. We were not taught how to swim certain strokes properly. So if it feels adolescent, if it feels like we're starting from the beginning, good, because that's what we are exactly doing. The reason why this is important and the reason why I teach my clinics this way is because of real life experience. I had to humble myself to swimming what I'm going to show you today. So if I can humble myself as an Olympian and a world record holder, I hope that each and every one of you can humble yourselves and go through the same thing in a modified version of what I went through. So what I'm going to teach you today, no matter what age you learn it, it will help your shoulders. It will help your body, and you will learn how to swim in a proper way.
What is something for longevity of like trying to swim fast into the 30s and beyond?
I mean, it's really listening to your body is the number one thing, and then understanding, a little bit more of the fluid dynamics of things, like not lifting your shoulder. Some of that stuff is, knock on wood, I've never had to have shoulder surgery for that reason. I learned at a somewhat early age of 24, but I'm just really happy that I see a lot of the young swimmers now learning the proper way to be able to swim freestyle, that they're not gonna have so many shoulder injuries. So hopefully we do see more swimmers swimming into their 30s and being able to represent us later on in their careers. What are the two jobs that we have in swimming? Push and pull. That is the Christmas tree. Everything else is decoration. You are pushing and pulling. Let me explain to you. Okay, when you're swimming freestyle, when I come up and I get to here, what do? That's it. That's your job. Now, if you know that that's the only two things that you have to do, why are you doing this? When you climb a rope, do you do this? No, right? You launch. You launch. That's what you do, right? But in swimming, why are we swimming like this? If pulling a rope is jumping and grabbing as far as you can, and all I'm doing is this, it's the same motion. You're using your entire body, so you're not using your shoulders, you're actually using your chest. You're using your lat. You're using your back. Those are bigger muscles. That saves the shoulder. So if today feels really adolescent, good. And we're gonna build our way up, and you're gonna learn how to swim freestyle without even using your shoulders. One of the things that my coaches used to say, and this is something that Bob Bowman used to always say to me, is that in the 50 free, all 8 of you are Ferraris. It's the one that redlines the least that wins. Who's not gonna give? And who's comfortable with being uncomfortable? That is what swimming is. Being comfortable with being uncomfortable. If the front of the boat is going in this direction, where's the boat gonna go? What about this way? So if I tell you to put your head up and you do this, where's the boat going? That's how technical you have to be. We were talking about this morning, Katie Ledecky putting a cup of milk on the back of her head and being able to swim. Why? Because her head was not here. Her head's locked in every single time. You don't want it to be too forward, too deep down. Let me ask you a question. Some of you are looking across the pool. I'm sorry, are you confused on which direction you're going in? Why you gotta look over there? You know where you're going. Keep your head in line. That's better. That's better. That's better. When you go to national team camps, when we do drills, it's just as focused as if we were racing. So I want everyone not to check the box today. That's why I said today is mentally hard. Because if you are trying to do this properly, it's not just checking the box. There is no more Ian Thorpe. No one swims like this anymore, okay? It's over. If the torpedo wants to come back, he wouldn't swim like this anymore. Trust me, I've asked him. We don't swim like this. So you don't need to drill like this. Because we drill for what reason? Because it is one piece of your stroke. If you are drilling something that you're not gonna do in your stroke, then why are you doing it? And you see me putting my hand out here, right? On purpose. Do I want you to do this? No. So what I want you to do is have one arm, glue it to the side. You are gonna do that same rotation. You are gonna grab as far as you possibly can. As far as you can. That's what we're gonna do here, okay? One arm to the side, you're gonna swing, 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 swing. You're gonna grab. Did you hear the word that I used? What word did I use when I said I'm gonna come up here? Swing, not lift. I want you to use your muscle back here, up here to throw, then throw it back. No pulling. Look. See that? See that? And I want to see your body. Did you see me do this? No. That would mean that I'm using my what? Shoulder. What am I doing? Whole body. Take it out of the shoulder. Next group. Ready, go. I'm gonna break it down. Watch what I'm gonna say about hers. It's a throw. She's got perfect rotation. It's not coming from anywhere else but her core. She's not lifting, she's throwing it up and over. She's got a curved arm. Again, I don't care what it looks like as long as it's a throw. Please give her a round of applause. Y'all better clap, kick, 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 kick. I wanna clap and a kick, good. If you stop here, now what? Now I'm flat, I'm flat. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to lift my shoulder. But if I come up to the other side, and I'm all the way out here, I'm set to throw the next arm. So for most of you, I'm seeing you great throws, but you're not throwing hard. Because I'm reaching as far as I possibly can to come all the way through, to throw again, to come all the way here. Because what happens if I'm actually doing freestyle? I'm in the water. You got it. Let's go.
Woo, we just finished. How we do?
It was great. It was great. A lot of altered swimming, I will say. There were some really great improvements on a lot of people's swimming. And I don't say improvements lightly. I try to help people think of swimming a little differently. Whenever I'm teaching, I always say that it's more mentally tired than it is physically tired. And so if you're trying to do everything that I'm saying correctly, you will be fatigued because it's a lot of things that are trying to be put together at the same time. So I always tell people, write everything I said down and then work on one thing for 2 months, one thing for 2 months. And once you get that down, then you move to the next thing. But when you have a small amount of time, I try to throw as much as I can at you, and then you just work on it on your own.
And then any final thoughts on the secrets to swimming faster?
It never goes right, usually, so you never give up. So you just keep doing it over and over and over and over again. And always remember why you started doing it. I would mess up all the time, and I would have to get back in and be angry at myself, but at the end of the day, I was doing it for that little kid that loved to be in the water. And I think that's what's kept me in the sport as long as it has.
Amazing. Appreciate everything you do. Thanks for everything.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on.